All righty. Hitting the got it button. You guys are hilarious. All righty, y'all. Peace and greetings, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco at northwest of Mexham, here with my magnificent bros.
Islam, Brother Corey Bey, namaste. Peace and love.
Islam, Terrell, Tamari Bey, how art thou? How are you people? Who are you people?
All righty. So, guys, you know what time it is, okay, during the sun hour, all right? So we're going in on our 7hillstar.com. Let me hit the got it button here on the main computer, right? And I know that we're going here on this. Let me make sure I actually even have it queued, just to double check. How have the bros been? How's your cycle passed?
All is well. All is beauty indeed. Yeah.
Indeed. Lots of
you, brother. How art thou?
Brother? All righty. I think I'm ready. Let me bring it back here. All right. And to the Zoom. All righty, you all. So you guys know we're going to get started and give you our 7hillstar.com 7-day tropic medical astro weather report. All righty. And this one is for September 9th through the 15th, 2021, particularly. And you guys know since the vernal equinox began on a Thursday, we've been going from Thursday to Wednesday every cycle. All righty. So about to get started, and I think when we get started, it goes Brother Terrell, myself, and Brother Corey, myself, and Brother Terrell, and Brother Corey again. All right, and that's how it goes. So I'm going to hit the share content button, and of course, I have in the background going the greatest classical masterpieces. All right. Screen share. All righty. There it is on the screen share. Let's just go straight to that. All righty. So, guys, I'd like to welcome you again to our 7Hillstar Astro Calendar. March Aries 2021 to February Pisces 2022. Time never was when man was not. And we're quoting El Hajj Sharif Abdul Ali doing religious corporate activity being Prophet Noble Jeru Ali. And again, we're analyzing the month for the earth sign Virgo, the Virgin ruled by Mercury, and the air sign Libra, termed the Scales, ruled by Venus. And this is for September. That's where those two signs meet and during the Gregorian calendar month termed September, the 7th Ember month, right? 7 Ember, right? And you guys see on the 9th, we're going through the 9th and the 15th. And again, Thursday is Brother Terrell Tamari Bey. Friday is Saturday and Sunday is Brother Corey Bey. Monday is I again. Tuesdays, Brother Terrell Tamari Bey, and closing out for us this cycle is Brother Corey Bey for the 15th. And I am going to yield the floor to Brother Terrell Tamari Bey. Islam.
Yeah, Islam. Okay. It's the 9th of September that I will delineate here. Right, 9th of September, 1441. Thursday. Right, the sun seems to rise at about 0647 minutes. Yes, and it seems to set at 1920. Right, near the Baltimore Corporation. So it seems. The first aspect we're looking at here is the moon in Libra. It's scoring Pluto in Capricorn. 24 degrees, 28 minutes, right? First house, ninth house, right? So, debating about school of thought, don't do it. It's not worth it, right? Be mindful, right? Let your emotions disturb you not. So, don't debate about, truth, because truth changes not. So it's no need to debate with beings who are debating you about what they believe. We're not dealing with that, right? So pay close attention to what is, communicated pertaining to, what you're dealing with. Obstacles between the masses and one who claims authority is clear. So, right, again, authority, that's the author. So you are the author pertaining to what you experience. So, just again, be mindful of that, right? Throughout this cycle that we're going to delineate for you here. We can move on, right? Oh, partnerships too. That's at the forefront. So, know who you're dealing with, right? It's key. 1703. Yes. The moon still in Libra. It's trining Jupiter in Aquarius. It's like 15 minutes later, something like that. Moon still is in the ninth house, so you're still dealing with that, philosophical, processing, right? Or clarity, right? And Jupiter, you're expanding on it, so just, again, be who you are and know who you are. That's essential throughout this cycle, right? This new moon energy. So self-abundance, expanding on artistic endeavors. So, whatever creative endeavors that you, do or like to do, it'll be a good time to really come to terms with your abilities. Mother effectively conveys the importance pertaining to civics, right? So this again will be a good time for mother to express the science pertaining to government, which is civics, literally, right? That's it for that day, the 9th of September, which is tomorrow. So just be yourself. Again, I yield.
Wow. All right. Later. All righty, guys. Here we go. For the 10th September 2021. All right, the first aspect that I have a Luna and Venus conjunct, right? And sunrise is 0648 minutes. Sunset is 1918 minutes thereafter. And I bear testimony for a Luna and Venus in Libra in the 5th house in the 17th lunar mansion. Nurture the thought to value relating one's experience to another's via principles and current conditions pertaining to economic security. So it's kind of like to put yourself in other people's shoes so that you can get a balanced perspective, That's kind of what I saw a theme for my testimonies, just kind of, spoiler alert. All right, bros. And continuing, we have, and actually that was an hour and 17-minute void of course for Luna. All righty, so just an hour and 17 minutes later, Luna ingresses Scorpio. And this is Luna and Scorpio in the 4th house in the 17th lunar mansion. Right after that conjunction, as you can see, Venus will be ingressing Scorpio soon also. Not bear testimony stating that loved ones discuss securing one another in times to come. So there will be some planning ahead, maybe some family banking discussions may cross the table. Next, I have at about 1453, I have Luna squaring a retrograde Saturn. All righty, so Luna again is in Scorpio. All right. In the 10th house in the 17th lunar mansion, 90 degrees in aspect to Saturn retrograde, of course, in Aquarius in the second house in the 24th lunar mansion. And I bear testimony stating that obstacles pertaining to shared status obstacles pertaining to shared status essential to our loved ones' values, welfare, and inheritance collectively are overcome via sincere mental transmutation. So to get to the next step in the, I guess, family banking process will be inward transmutation. Even though that has always been the goal, I think it will be more focused and to the forefront in being instrumental and practical in reaching the goal pertaining to resource and or quote unquote financial security. All right. Next, right? And again, guys, that was Luna squaring Saturn, right? Saturn's retrograde, of course, all the, outer planets, so to speak, as they call them. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. I say Jason P. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are all apparently retrograde. And about 26, 27, Mercury will be retrograde. It entered its shadow, its retrograde shadow, about the 6th. All right. So don't be surprised you guys have finding a lot of people have been contacting you, especially within the last couple of weeks because of the Uranus retrograde. A lot of people from your past have been contacting you, popping up, probably emails, text messages, the old, hey, I saw this number. Who is this? Just, I wasn't sure. That might, happen to you. Continuing, right? On the 10th, I think this is my last one here for 1,639 minutes and 17 seconds thereafter. Venus ingresses Scorpio, all right? So with Venus ingressing Scorpio in the 9th house in the 17th lunar mansion, I bear testimony stating that love and joy are being valued in an erudite fashion in order to sincerely evaluate living trusts, right? So I think people are really making sure that within the trust there is actual enjoyment, not just things to enjoy or things to access, resources to access, but actual, enjoyment is taking place also. All right. And again, that's Venus ingressing Scorpio. All right. And with that, I yieldeth the flooreth to Brother Corey. Islam.
Check me the third rock. All right. We are on to Saturn Day. So it's September 11th. All right. The moon still in Scorpio. Sunrise appears to be 6:49. Sunset appears to be 19:17. That's near the Baltimore Corporation. All right. The first aspect here that I'm observing and giving testimony to is at 2:38, we have the moon opposing a retrograde Uranus, right? Yep, they're at 14 degrees, 35 minutes. Uranus is in Taurus, and the moon is in Scorpio still. The moon's hanging out in the 4th house, and Taurus is in the 10th. The potentially volatile emotional energy within the home reverberates a 180-degree sudden shift in status, state of mind, and or stance or position. Islam. Moving along, next at 10:07, it appears that the sun, our sun, is sextile our moon. All right, the sun is at 19 degrees Virgo in the 11th. The moon is 19 degrees Scorpio in the 1st. This energy here is most desirous to share or bring light to one's feelings relative to the war between ego and supreme will, or other words, the battle between the higher and lower self. So this energy brings light to the feelings related to that battle, that war, that constant tug and pull in order to find balance here in this time-space experience. Islam. All right, at 1450, the moon is trine or 120 degrees from Neptune, which is retrograde. All right. The moon is still in Scorpio. It's in the 11th house here. And Neptune is retrograding in Pisces in the 3rd house. And they're at 21 degrees, 51 minutes. Right. The energy here supports speaking and sharing one's personal feelings relative to the dreams that have been on one's mindscape. So kind of like the dreams and visions and things that you usually maybe keep to yourself. It's more just a mental plane thing. This is a good energy that supports speaking and sharing about how you feel about those dreams. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of plays into the next aspect as well, which is at 1908, or at least my testimony of the next aspect as well. Okay. 1908, the moon is still in Scorpio in the 8th house, and it's squaring or 90 degrees from a retrograde Jupiter here, which is in Aquarius in the 12th. They're at 24 degrees, 24 minutes, respectively. Okay, so one's tight held or secret feelings, right, maybe relative to those, dreams or visions that you usually keep to yourself, may somewhat conflict with the expanding energy beginning to shift the thought waves of the public. Okay, so again, beware to seek balance and not to overindulge this retrograde Jupiter and all that stuff. Islam. Moving along. The moon is now, Mother is now sextiling. Sextile? Yeah, sextiling. It sounded funny. The moon is now sextile retrograde Pluto at 1913. All right, that's the timestamp. The moon and Pluto are at 24 degrees, 27 minutes. The moon is still in Scorpio. Pluto is retrograding in Capricorn, right, in the 11th house. So reading or remembering, or maybe coming across some literature that triggers a memory pertaining to family secrets may therefore trigger emotions that kind of open up a portal for deep transformation, which it may also be beneficial to share. So maybe it's just sharing with your family what kind of energy comes up for you after reviewing said literature that triggers said memory, right? And since we're here and we're having this conversation, I mean, this could also be this could be anything from you could read a treaty, or you could read a old book that people don't regularly read that triggers a memory in your DNA sequence, because I mean, that's your inheritance too. So, it all depends on how it plays out in your personal experience. But that is it for Saturn Day, right? And we're moving on to Sunday. Sunday the 12th. The moon is still in Scorpio. It will be ingressing into Sagittarius. Sunrise appears to be 6:50. Sunset appears to be 19:15. This is still all near the Baltimore Corporation. All right, so the moon is sextile Mars, right, at 1:33. Moon is 28 degrees and 12 minutes in the 5th, and Mars is at 28 degrees as well, 12 minutes in the 4th. The moon is in Scorpio and Mars is in Virgo. One may feel regenerated here. Okay, the energy may cause you to feel regenerated and re-energized, right? Take action to clean up the home and be of service to the family. Period. Just get about your funk and let's get some work done. The moon voids its course at this transit in 133 and appears to be remain void, of course, for the next 3 hours, 1 minute and 33 seconds to my calculations, where the moon will then ingress Sagittarius, right? That's at 4:34. I got 33. And this is going down in the 4th house. That's where it's going down. So realization that the home is the number one higher learning institution. One may feel bound to stick to the point or stick to principle, you know what I mean? And not get caught up in the fluff. One may feel bound to stick to the point, period, right? Continuing and finishing out for Sunday, the moon is sextile retrograde Saturn at 1718. The moon is now in Sagittarius in the 10th house, and Saturn is retrograde in the 12th house in Aquarius. They're at 7 degrees, 31 minutes, respectively. Now, sticking to the said point, right? Point that I was talking about earlier, the foundation, sticking to the point concerning one's status opens pathways to sharing essentials of the nation's secret societies, both political and religious. All right, so sticking to the point, sticking to the foundational principles concerning one's status, your status, our status, opens pathways to, or portals to sharing essentials pertaining to the nation's, quote, bunny ears, secret societies, both political and religious. However, we know the prophet came to lift the veil off of the secret societies. I yield until Wednesday. Islam.
Wow. Gratitude indeed, beloved brother. For the 13th of September, 2021, we're having a first quarter moon phase, right? Happening during this day. Sunrise, 0650 minutes thereafter. Sunset, 1900 hours and 13 minutes thereafter. The first aspect is Luna sextile Mercury. Luna is transiting Sagittarius in the 2nd house in the 21st lunar mansion, 60 degrees in aspect to Mercury in Libra in the 12th house in the 16th lunar mansion. And I bear testimony stating that a growth in financial literacy provides the opportunity to employ collective community outreach for realistic results. Again, a growth in financial literacy provides the opportunity to employ collective community outreach for realistic results. It won't just be a speech, be an exercise so that things can be seen to manifest. All right. Next, at about 1639 minutes thereafter, we have Sol and Luna at a square. They're at 90 degrees. All right. So we have Sol and Virgo in the 8th house in the 14th lunar mansion, 90 degrees in aspect to Luna in Sagittarius in the 11th house in the 21st lunar mansion. And I bear testimony stating that the obstacles in creative partnerships are overcome when collectively beneficial investment strategies are shared collectively. So things that I guess were like, you know, so-called business strategy secrets when it comes to, you know, a broader sense pertaining to community, a lot more things are now shared in a town hall fashion, so to speak. All right. And again, that's for Sol and Luna, 90 degrees in aspect to one another. Next, at 1733 minutes thereafter, we have Luna squaring a retrograde Neptune. So Luna still in Sagittarius in the 10th house in the 21st lunar mansion, 90 degrees in aspect to Neptune in Pisces in the 1st house in the 28th lunar mansion. I bear testimony stating that the obstacles in obtaining adequate self-study results are overcome by instituting within self a viable means to evolve theory into practicality. I know, it's like, that's go figure. You're always supposed to take theory, but you know, it's not as common as you think. So again, the obstacles in obtaining adequate self-study results are overcome by instituting within self a viable means to evolve theory into practicality. Again, that's for Luna and Neptune retrograde, 90 degrees with an aspect to one another. And lastly, for me, for Moon Day, 13th September 2021, at 2138 minutes thereafter, I have Luna and Jupiter retrograde sextiling, however. So there's a 60-degree aspect between Luna and Jupiter retrograde. Luna still in Sagittarius in the 8th house in the 21st lunar mansion, 60 degrees in aspect to Jupiter in Sagittarius, and Jupiter's retrograde in Sagittarius, pardon me, Jupiter is retrograde in Aquarius, pardon me, in the 10th house in the 26th lunar mansion. And finally, I bear testimony stating that practical financial literacy provides an opportunity to meet via internet or in special appearance groups that sincerely exercise building with the essentials. All righty, so kind of like that theme of like, okay, I've studied this. Now let me see how it really works in, you know, my actual life. So that's kind of how I saw the theme like taking place. And with that, my beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased, I yield the floor. Islam. I forgot to hit the whole button there and cue myself and all that, right? I was just in the flow. I yield.
You gotta unmute, brother Terrell.
All right, here I am. Can you hear me?
There you go. There you go. Right there.
Okay. Yeah. What we got going on here? We got the 14th of September going on here. 1441, right? This is Zamael, Tuesday. The sun seems to rise at 0651 minutes. Just a 1 minute difference from 13, whatever. 1912, the sun seems to set, right? On the 14th of September. Alrighty. This. Okay, the first aspect we're looking at here. Oh yeah, this is funny. Sun in the first house in Virgo, opposing or reflecting Neptune in Pisces, 21 degrees, 47 minutes. I quoted a song for this delineation, and it was, I can see clearly now the rain has gone. Right? That's what's happening, literally, right? Because, you know, the illusions are clear. You know, you can see what, you know, basically lying to yourself about. You know, you'll be more yourself, like, you know, you're supposed to be. It's up to you to know who you are, right? So that's really what's happening with the sun reflecting Neptune. And, you know, to not let, you know, people put their spirit onto you. You know, I've been told that from many, you know, wise brothers, you know, so I would tell you the same, right? Do not let people put their spirit onto you. Do not do it, right? I'm serious though. I'm just saying that like that so it can kind of, you know, yeah. Moving on. The moon is in Sagittarius still, right? I think this is the last aspect that it makes too. Let's see, 29 degrees, 38 minutes. I got 29 degrees flat. Yeah, Mars is in Virgo, 29 degrees, 38 minutes, and it's squaring the moon in Sagittarius, right? What did I say? What did I write here? Whatever disputes occur prior to, just let it go, whatever. Just focus on self. Again, that's just prior to to the delineation before this one, you know, that they correlate, so to speak, you know. Don't let your emotions control you, so to speak, you know, can realize, you know, that emotional feeling, so to speak, and, you know, be mindful, of course, on how you react, so to speak, you know. Yeah, I guess I'll just, yeah. Oh, don't go traveling or whatever for this day. Like, just hold off on that. It's not worth it because you're gonna be, you know, all the tension or whatever, the indecision, the compulsiveness, like just relax. Work out or something. Or don't overwork yourself. Like literally. The moon goes what? Yeah, this is the moon last aspect. For about 37 minutes, right? If I know how to do my math correctly, it would be 37 minutes. It moves into Capricorn at 0700, 34 minutes. What did I write here? Hold on, bear with me. Oh yeah, so prudently connecting to one's tradition, right? Or realizing, you know, what changes needs to occur within, you know, certain processes for, you know, the collective to expand and be more prudent in really what they're doing, and not just saying that, you know something so you can, you know, feed your ego, so to speak, your little ego, right? Moving on. 1520, 320, same day. The moon is in Capricorn now, 4 degrees, 32 minutes. It's sextile in Venus in Scorpio, 4 degrees, 32 minutes, right? Mother and younger women can come together and realize they are the authors pertaining to reality. That's what I wrote. Because, you know, everyone has a mother, and mother is basically responsible for quote unquote good and evil. So, you know, saying that to the women, taking that responsibility and saying that to other women, that would be pretty cool. That'd be great. She'll take responsibility, right? Responsible. Is that my last one? It's not. One more. Not the moon, Mars in the 6th house. It's going into Libra. So yeah, connecting to the law. Mother is the law. Civil law, civics, yay. The knowledge pertaining to governing our minds. Yes, let's do it. So we can have domestic security and emotional security and financial security, all right? Whatever. So the open opposition is clear. So you know who's trying to basically write your story, mother. So, you know, you should do that yourself, right? Be of service to your nation, which is yourself. You know, so take heed and heal yourself accordingly. So, you know, baptize your mind, cleanse it, you know, unlearn what you've learned, literally let it go. And judge them by their merit. That's Brother Musaba told me that cycles ago. And that stuck with me very, 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 very firmly. So yeah, judge people by their merit. That's it. Islam, I yield to Brother Koi.
Wednesday, Holdings Day, the 15th of September. It appears that the moon is in Capricorn. Sunrise is at 6:52, sunset 19:10. My. All right, we have Luna, or the moon, trining Uranus, which is still retrograde at 8:30. They're at 14 degrees, 30 minutes. Yeah, where is the moon? Where's she hanging out at? That's 1, 2, 3. That's the 4th. The moon's still in the 4th house and in Capricorn. And Uranus is in the 8th house in Taurus. So my testimony here is that the innate feeling of the current structure consuming itself to destruction harmonizes with the work being done behind the scenes, which finally reaches a point pertaining to stabilization. That's at 8:30 on Odin's Day. So the feeling, those gut feelings, those innate feelings, those intuitive feelings of the current structure, which is destructing or consuming itself, it's committing suicide. that harmonizes with the work being done behind the scenes, which finally reaches a point of stabilization. So it's kind of like balancing out, so to speak. Yeah. Moving on. Next, we have the moon square or 90 degrees from Mercurius. All right, that's at 1741. So Luna and well, they're at 19 degrees, 48 minutes. Luna's in the 12th in Capricorn, and Mercury is in Libra in the 8th house. Okay, so the mother or matrix of that said structure, which creates conditions that mitigate, rewind. The mother or matrix of the structure, which creates conditions that militate against the public welfare, conflict balanced thoughts and mindsets relative to your inheritance. Right? So again, you know, take what you will from the ODB style of which we present, and you know, like get the nuggets and chip away. All right, moving on. The moon is sextile a retrograde Neptune. Neptune is still in Pisces and the moon is still in Capricorn. Moon is in the 9th and Neptune's in the 12th. So we're really dreamy out here. One's intuition relative to the structure of institutions may open up a portal of opportunity, get it, for dreams and visions to manifest, as long as one exercises one's birthright with sincerity. Isn't it interesting how we can all take the same class, but we all earn different degrees? Yeah. So I'll just repeat that one more time. One's intuition or intuitiveness relative to the structure of institutions, right, may open a portal for dreams and visions to manifest, as long as one exercises their birthright with sincerity. And just remember to breathe. Breathe with intent, breathe with purpose, breathe as if you desire to live. You have to want to breathe as much as these people want to take your breath away. I yield.
Islam, thank you, my magnificent bros, and thank you everyone again for joining us for our 7 Hill Star Astro Calendar March Aries 2021 to February Pisces 2022. Again, time never was when man was not. And again, we're quoting El Hajj Sharif Abdul Ali doing religious corporate activity, being prophet, noble, Drew Ali. Let me just go over here and remind you guys, go to 7hillstar.com. Don't forget to subscribe, join our email list so you can get our magnificent emails that go out every cycle. That's every week, as some would say, quote unquote. All right. And again, we are going to get this 7-day Astro weather report up there for you guys. Going to make sure we get our little photo done like we do, so I can go and get that thumbnail ready for you guys. All righty. And scrolling on down, just going to get right to the meat and potatoes. Why do we do this every Wednesday, guys? So you can get your personal full year 7 Hill Star Astro Calendar and Transit Report. We'll give you a yearly play-by-play, and was a daily play-by-play for a whole year. All righty, and it is just a report. You won't really be speaking to anyone, but we'll send you a report. All righty, and it is 180 units in lieu of lawful money for you to get that yearly report and a calendar. So you'll get, 12 months and the corresponding reports, and the calendar will be the transiting planets. So where the planets are currently and during whichever time of day you're checking, in relation to your natal planets and your natal chart. So your calendar and your report will be personal. No one else will have your calendar and report, alrighty, so to speak, because your natal chart is unique to you. Alrighty. And guys, don't forget about the multiple services that we provide. Again, you know, guys know we do voiceovers and sound font development also, so virtual recording. You guys need a song written by Brother Corey, you can grab it. You can grab it through that service as well. Want to book Brother Jag to play some guitar licks for you? You can do that also through that link there. Publicity graphics and website design via Pink Illuminance, alrighty, with Mother Sekhmet. JaguarSolar AstroLiteracy review. Alrighty, guys, 90 units in lieu of lawful money. For that, you will not be disappointed. You guys get that JaguarSolar AstroLiteracy review. The AstroCore AstroLiteracy review also 90 units in lieu of lawful money. I guarantee when you have an Ajna instructor do your if I said that correctly, right, Brother Corey? Ajna, right?
Asana.
Pardon me, asana. Pardon me.
I think Ajna, actually, you're more pronouncing like third eye. But
pardon me. All right, indeed. And that perspective there, it's just like, it's just the beauty in it, you know, in everyone's perspective and how they give testimony and give synthesis and delineate a chart. So you guys can check Brother Corey out also there. The Who Am I and What's My Purpose? 90 units in lieu of lawful money also. It's just another Astro Literacy review. And you guys know Mirror session also for 153 units in lieu of lawful money. All right. Let's see what else we have here, guys. Main thing though, when we here on these Wednesdays, guys, get this, you will not be disappointed. It's a lot of people who have gotten the like test version. They might got 1 month or they might got 3 months before, and they, you know, can I get another 3 months? It's just like, okay, you know, but we really encourage you guys to just get that. So anyone that's new that hasn't been through the testing, you know, run of it, anyone that's coming down, you guys won't be disappointed either way. You know, 180 units in lieu of lawful money for 365 days. You get a 12-month calendar, as well as the corresponding reports for each day that you're having the corresponding transit to your natal planets. And again, guys, remember the first tool to get your hands on is the Astrology 101 Workshop 2020. Alrighty, 5 videos on introductory astrology, basic, simple introductory astrology, 5 videos, 135 units in lieu of lawful money. And there's some extras in there. The first Prophet Noble Drew Ali University is also in there. You didn't hear that from me, right? So you can get your hands on that also. You will not be disappointed. And you guys see there are many others from the Astrology 101 Workshop 2020 Amplified. We also have the Prophet Noble Drew Ali University AstroCivics Community Meetup. That was the second one. The third one was the Prophet Noble Drew Ali University AstroCivics Community Meetup. Meet Prophet Noble Drew Ali's literature. We're almost through this. We just completed cycle 8 for the 7 Hillstar Astrology Astro Literacy Sessions Protocol Certification Workshop Intensive. We are almost complete. We have cycle 9, 10, and 11, and 12 to complete. So 4 more cycles to complete, and we'll be complete by the 3rd October 2021. You guys can still get your hands on the Astrology 101 Workshop 2021 Horary workshop, the Magi Infinity Sphere workshop. You guys won't be disappointed with that one. That one was really fun also. All of the workshops, they all had their moments, and they just like are fun in their own way because we're looking at different techniques, different authors, you know, different astrologers' considerations from times past. Solar arcs, all right? Astrology 101 Workshop 2020, solar arcs, and more. Get your hands on that. Also, guys, the Astrology 101 Workshop 2020 Synastry, and we will not be disappointed. And then to see, hey, guys, how are we thinking and how did we review our 2020? Well, we did that in 3 videos in the Astrology 101 Workshop 2021, 3-cycle Zodiacal review. All right, you can get your featured products also, guys. Get your literatures that are there that you can exchange in lieu of lawful money and free downloads also. All righty. Guys will not be disappointed when you get everything completed through 7 Hillstar, right? My magnificent bros, Brother Corey and Brother Terrell, thank y'all oh so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything. We are really knocking it out, and just planning by the planetary hours, it just makes things so smooth for me in my experience, right?
I can believe that.
Yeah. Any questions, comments, and/or suggestions from my broski doskies?
Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Stand on it.
It's
Be yourself.
Can you say that again? I don't, maybe just, that'll help. I'll say love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Stand on that. Stand on your square. You know what I mean? Be yourself. Yeah. Literally.
This is wild. Y'all need some help, man. Goodness gracious.
That's what we have our compass and square for, to help ourselves.
Yes, literally. To guide myself and square myself accordingly. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny? Speaking of which, I was thinking about drawing out some house system sketches with my compass and square. I think I might start at it tonight, and I'll send it to you so you guys can check it out. It's really fun once I draw it out. But you guys are already, I think, kind of already familiar with it. But I'm just going to make it so that we can just have it in our library. So other than that, bros, thank you oh so much. I'm about to go and get something to eat. All right. I'm about to go cook. So other than that, no more questions, comments, and/or suggestions, guys. Thank you all so much. Remember to subscribe, be yourself, and donate. So with that being said, thank you all so much. Namaste. Islam. Peace and love.
Peace, people. Be yourself.